Hello and welcome to Weekly MTG. This week is one of my favorite shows. We're just opening product. We're doing this all show. This week is when Dominaria United pre-releases kick off at your local game store. Additionally, today is the first day for Magic the Gathering Arena's Dominaria United offerings, so you can check that out as well. So to prepare you for all of that, we're going to crack packs. We're going to show you what it looks like when you open a collector booster. So if you're kind of thinking about, do I want a collector booster? Do I want draft booster? Do I want set booster? You can check out this, you can compare, you can kind of see what you're going to get, see what they look like, think about it, and then make your decision. Some of these products will be available at pre-releases, but most of them will be available next week starting September 9th around the world. Speaking of which, we do have a little bit of news. There are some product delays occurring in Asia Pacific and Latin America. If you are living in one of those regions and want to know more about the impact of those delays, head to dailymtg.com. There is an article called Dominaria United Product Delays that was put up on Monday that will have more information. But those affect the Asia Pacific region as well as Latin America. All right, let's get into it because we're going to just open packs. We'll spend the entire hour doing this. So I've got 2 collector boosters because that's the spicy stuff. I got a box of draft boosters. I got a box of set boosters. We're going to do a little bit of everything. And I'll follow along on chat as we go along. So any BNR soon. I do not have anything on my radar. And is the Netflix series still happening? Yes. But I don't have any additional news about that. Any more news about guests for Magic 30? I don't have anything new. We will probably be sharing some more cool things about Magic 30 coming up soon as they crystallize. We're really looking to make Magic 30 just the blowout can't miss event of the year. There are still some on-site tickets available, not a ton, but some. And then there are certainly virtual tickets as well. And there will be cool things that the virtual tickets will show off as well. All right. Do I get to keep the cards I open? Kind of spread them around to the team. I give some to producer Sean. I give them to people on my team. But yeah, we keep the cards. Okay. So each of these is going to come with a box topper. The box toppers are the Legends Retold. So we're going to open up this. And Tobias Doomed Conqueror. So these all come in traditional foil. And again, these are characters from the original Legends given modern design takes. So the original Tobias, I think, was like a generic 4/6 maybe. Anyway, this one's better. Okay. Dominaria Collector Boosters. So I've got my little cheat sheet up on my screen here. So we're going to walk through all of the slots. Now, the question everyone asks is, of course, where is the Lost Legends card going to be? So if you're not familiar, in approximately 3% of collector boosters, there are cards from the original Legends. Those show up. They always replace a common. So the first 4 cards in any collector booster are going to be commons. They're all foil commons. So if you get a Lost Legends card, it is Lost Legends card. It's going to be in those first 4 cards. So we did do a test opening the other day, and we opened a Raging Bull. It was the 3rd card in the pack. So not this time, and it's not going to be. I would be surprised if we open one on stream today. So after the 4 commons come the 2 foil uncommons. And then we get into the spicy stuff. So we get the foil stained glass lands. There's a foil stained glass land in every collector booster right in this slot. 7th card in. Opening magic boxes on the job is extremely cool. All right, so this next slot is going to be the special stained glass foil. So it's really, the reason you saw me touching it there, because these feel very different than other stained glass treatments. And there are foils, there are slots in later in the booster pack that can have foil stained glass treatments that are traditional foiling. So we'll talk a little bit about the difference there. But the main part is it feels textured in the text box up through the image, where there it feels smooth and a bit stickier. Stickier is not the right word, but it slows down a little bit. Smooth, very cool treatment. Yeah, the textured part, so it's a slight texture here, and then a smooth sheen here. All right, so that's that slot. Then what you're going to get is a foil, rare or mythic from the main set, followed by an extended art card. And the extended non-foil, the non-foil extended can be from the main set or Commander slot. And then what you're going to get are 2 foil etched or non-foil alternate border. So now we put it as alternate border. That's a little bit of a misnomer. I'm sorry, I misread that. I read that line wrong. Foil etched or non-foil Legends Retold. So this is foil etched. Now, interestingly, it's a little, the foiling is less smooth here and more smooth here, so it's kind of the opposite of that. And then here is the non-foil Legends Retold. All right. And then you get one of these. So this is either, okay, I'm going to start that, but I'm going to back that up a little bit because I think I said that wrong. I'm looking at the screen and I'm reading these wrong. Okay, I think I may have gotten those 2 slots mixed up. All right, so uncommons. These are uncommons. Then you get a rare, and then you hit the sort of non-foil fancy slot. So in this case, we have the extended borderless, we call these fire favorites, land. Then you get, the last slot is what I like to call the foil fancy slot. It's always foil and it's always an alternate treatment. So these can be stained glass, they can be the full border. It is always foil, it is always fancy. All right, let's do that again. No, I'm trying to read the description on the screen to make sure I'm doing this correctly. It's not random. These are correct, but I stumbled over it. I did. All right. Also, just a reminder, foiled double-sided token. These are pretty cool. A lot of things make soldier tokens in a set. All right, so 4 foil commons, 2 foil uncommons. Another look at the stained glass. Those are gorgeous. All right, and then again, here we'll show off the stained glass. If you're unsure if the foiling is the stained glass treatment or the traditional foil treatment, the stained glass foiling is always a higher collector number. So these are up in the 340s. We got a foil Saga. That's the foil rare mythic. All right, extended art. And then uncommon. think that's what I did wrong. That's the slot. That's why I was confusing myself. And then there's two these. Okay. And then, yep, foil etched. Yeah, that's what it is. 1, 2 grades. All right. So yeah, so this is an example. That final slot, always foil, but it can be any of the interesting treatments. All right, let's keep going. Love the Merfolk token. I'm not as big a Merfolk fan as some of the Merfolk fans in the community, but I do enjoy a good Merfolk deck. I have a Merfolk Commander deck. All right, so common, 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 common. No Legends card. 2 uncommons. Here's the Swamp foil stained glass. And then, so again, here, actually, great place to compare. So, you can see the collector numbers. The one on the left is the stained glass foiling. The one on the right is the traditional. So we'll just do a little bit of this. You can see some of the difference. Move it over here. You can see some of the difference in the foiling. They're both very pretty. The one on the left is a little special. And then foil rare mythic from the main set. Extended. This one is from the main set. And then we get the foil uncommon in the stained glass. And then etched for Legends Retold. Yeah, so the thing that got me on this lot is it's 2 cards, and it's foil etched or non-foil, and it's called, in the text it says alternate border, but they are not always alternate border. The Legends Retold are grouped in with that alternate border. That one's there, and then, nope, it's not, that one's there. And then Sulphur Springs, again, foil fancy non-foil slot is what that is. That Sulphur Springs is pretty cool. Love the art. And then foil fancy slot. Yeah, the one with the higher number, I wouldn't say it's darker, it's just got a little bit of a different texture to it, which shows up a little differently on camera. Soldier token, elemental. All right, common, 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 uncommon, uncommon. Here's the mountain. We're hitting these perfectly. Haven't hit a double yet on the lands. Okay. Foil rare mythic from the main set. Extended art. Yeah, stained glass treatment is really cool. Why is Joyra with the remade Legends? So it is not, despite what we've hit so far, it is not a remade Legends slot. It is a foil etched or non-foil alternate border, of which the Legends Retold cards are a subset of. So this slot has 2 cards. It can be stained glass, Phyrexian, borderless, or Legends Retold. And it can be foil etched or non-foil. So that's we just happen to have hit a lot of Legends Retold here. Green sleeves in foil extended. Do you know why the rare and mythic artifacts were left out of the extended art treatments for this set? I don't, actually. Slivers when if. I'll caveat this with I have no foreknowledge of any slivers, but I'm sure they will return at some point in time. Everybody loves them. Clockwork Drawbridge. I love that there's a Defender sub-theme in this set. Phyrexian Rager, card's really good. Dominaria Terror, card's really good. Soaring Drake, card is fine. All right. Rada. The obligatory 2/1 black creature that enters the battlefield tapped and can return. All right, we've seen planes, but they're pretty. We're going to look again. Did I get a Lotus? If so, can I have it? A Lotus. Like the Timeless Lotus? No, I haven't. And also, no. Ooh. Yep, so this is just the rare mythic slot from the main set. You can get foil planeswalkers. All right, this is a great, we hadn't gotten one of these yet, but this is a good example. The extended slot can be the Commander exclusive set booster cards or cards from Commander decks. So anything with the 3-letter DMC code or the Commander set symbol are the two ways to tell, can be in this slot as well. For sealed, this seems like a legit 5-color set. Yeah, I got to play one sealed match for the stream, and I hit full domain to activate Joda's Codex for free, which was great. All right. This is our foil fancy. This card is really cool and has a lot of interesting applications. I'm not sure what to do with it yet, but I know I want to do something. All right, let's keep going. What are the odds of pulling a Legends card from these yokes? 3% of packs. That's because we only opened so many. Here's a cool token, the Sand Warrior token. So that's made by one of the Legends Retold cards. And in the back, 2/2 Phyrexians. Those are made by some cards in the main set. The stained glass version is textured. It can be. So there are, these are the two foil stained glass versions. This is textured. This is foil etched. Or not foil etched, sorry. It's a special stained glass treatment for this set specifically. All right, no Legends card. I'm not going to say that every pack. I'm not going to say it every pack. Love this island, obviously. Islands are my jam, but yeah, this is gorgeous. So good. So good. Ooh, that's a good one. Air tie, stained glass, yeah. So this is the stained glass foiling again. You can see if the number is up near the 340s, 330s, 340s. I know, right? If the Phyrexians win, we get all kinds of cool Phyrexian language stuff. Foil Yavimaya Coast. I dig that. Definitely dig that. Extended Llanowar Loam Speaker. Also the buy a box promo. So this is traditional foil. Feels a little different. Vohar Vodalian Desecrator. Maybe Phyrexian Merfolk Wizard is a pretty cool type line. Alright. So then we've got General Marhazalt Elsdragon. We got a Lady of Otaria, Dwarf Lord of sorts. So these are foil etched. And then Aisha Tanaka, rare special card, and then fancy foil. Fancy foil. Yeah, hopefully we'll open a Phyrexianized card in this, but we'll see. We will see. They are pretty rare. 1, 2, 3, 4 commons. 2 uncommons. Sweet land. Do we know the percentage of stained glass lands in draft boosters? I think I can figure that out pretty quickly. One moment, please. I could say it from my head, and I would almost certainly be wrong. So let me see if I can pull up. Now, a lot of the stats that I'm giving you are from what's called the Dominaria United product overview. That is going to be... I don't have the percentage. I knew the percentage in my head at one point in time. I'm not going to lead you astray right now. All right, where are we? We're here. We're over here. This Tori Devenant. Dragon the bottom. Cool domain card. Wait a minute. No, that's not where I was. Lost my train of thought in this pack. I was there. That's right. Dragon to the bottom. Foil rare mythic. Extended. Threats undetected. Tura Kenarud. And we got some foil etched. And some more Lady of Otaria. Yeah, and to the point about looking a lot better than the previews, the blue pops more. This is why I do these shows. There's only so much you can capture, especially in the new foiling treatments, with a card image on the internet. It just can almost never do it justice. Karplusan Forest and Historian's Boon. And again, so this is a commander card. It can be found in the final foil fancy slot. I try to be polite. There's no reason not to be polite. You're all fine human beings. All right. All right, foil lightning strike. Arabian Cavalier, Giants for new. I like the foiling on this one too. The art's really cool. I mean, it's kind of a generic 5 mana deal 5, do with extra thing, but yeah, the art on this is really cool. A bunch of nerds nerding out is just my life and my career. It's amazing. That's why I love doing these shows. Because I just get to sit here and look at pretty things. Like also the fact that we finally made a card called Love Song of Day and Night. I'm old. I remember when Love Song of Day and Night was just a flavor text gimmick, and it's taken on a life of its own. Ooh, that's nice. Cut down's going to be some premium removal in a few formats. Getting a foil one's great. Foil swamp. I put up there. I make little sound effects. I don't even mean to, but it happens because it's that pretty. Don't think I've opened any worm tokens yet. Is the Legends card like the list card for some sets where there will be no token in the pack? No, if you open a card from original Legends, it replaces a common. So you're not missing out on anything else. You're missing out on a common. Leyline Binding, really strong card. Looked really good in early access that people were playing the other day. Again, this is traditional foil slot, etched foil, Zira the Golden Sink. The token that is made for Zira is hilarious, and I hope we open it if we haven't already. More Stang. Yep, more Stang. And foil extended. I don't think we've opened her token. Let's just double check. It's pretty darn funny. Yeah, we haven't yet. We haven't yet. We'll get there. So if I had a Horizon Stone and I tap mana from the Power Stones that card makes, and I use the mana later on for anything. I don't remember what Horizon Stone does off the top of my head, but I think, oh hey, look, Worm Token. You asked for it and it came. Generally speaking, if what you're saying is, can I essentially launder the Power Stone mana through another source that transforms the mana, like a Prophetic Prism? Yes, you can do that. Once it has been used to activate something else, it is not the same mana; it is different mana. And here we got some worm fans. Yeah, art's great. You can see the little tiger in its mouth. Some kind of animal in its mouth. All right. Commons, 2, 3, 4. Uncommons, 1, 2. Stained Glass Forest. Got a little ahead myself. Saw some good things. Etched, or stained glass foiling. Again, very cool. Foil Shouldred. You can see it's got the Phyrexian watermark on it. Activated Sleeper. Commander card. Also, really cool card. I was pretty. Again, I'm old. Seeing the ill cores come back is pretty fun. Welky, Assassin Lord, Assassin Tribal, pretty great. I have such fond memories of Solkanar. I do enjoy this card. And then Fancy Foil Quirion Beast Caller. All right, we got 3 more collector boosters, and then we will move into set and draft boosters to get a look at those as well. Yeah, so the Power Stone, I asked about this when the Power Stone, when I first saw the text on the Power Stone, why was it worded that way? And it's worded the way it is so that you can cast artifact spells and also activate any ability. So if that ability that you activate turns it into different mana, again, that is different mana. It's not the same, so you can do whatever you want with it at that point. Badger. Badger, 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 badger. Badger token. On the other side of the badger token. Soldier. Yeah, but you want the badger. Badger token. We got some fun tokens in this set. Badger. Badger, 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 badger. All right. Commons. Lagomos. Great. Oh, love that island. Love that island. Every time I see it, this sounds weird to say, but every time I see it, it feels like I'm seeing it for the first time. I turn that page and was like, ooh, new island. I was like, no, it's the same island I've seen, but it's gorgeous. All right. Stained glass foiling. That's not bad. Foil rare mythic, Harplucent Forest. Tiller engine. It's kind of like an Amulet of Vigor. You probably got a couple commander decks that could go in. And then we've got traditional foil. Love the way the light hits this one. Yeah. Alright, General Marshold Elsdragon. Ooh, foil etched Assassin Lord. I like that his name's Assassin Lord, and he's literally an Assassin Lord. Ever-changing Dane. Nope, that one goes here. And then temporary lockdown. This card's also going to be pretty powerful. I like that card. Is this set mostly foiled or did I get a special box? So what I'm opening right now is called a collector booster. So the collector boosters have a higher price point, but they have almost entirely foils. Some slots, like the extended, are specifically non-foil. Some slots, like this one, can be either foil etched or non-foil. But yeah, they are mostly foil. So this is not it is a special box, but it's one you can just buy. You just say, I want a collector booster, and then it's mostly foils. And of course, if you do open a Lost Legends card, it will not be in foil. Foils didn't exist back then. Here's that mountain. Now, if you're not used to collector boosters, we're going to open some draft and set boosters in a moment, which will give you the experience that you're used to, where we'll get a foil card every once in a while. Not everyone's going to have studio lights to flash these things in, but they sure do look good when you can get the reflection kind of every which way. Again, there's the etched. Oh, hello. Hello, Liliana. Not foil, but I'm okay with that. Yep, that's an extended Liliana. I'm just gonna, oh, it's Planeswalker pack. Planeswalker pack. Phyrexian Dragon. That's nice. I'm just gonna set that right over here. Not for any particular reason. Just gonna set it that way. Just cause. Yeah, the Jaya is really pretty as well. In the foil. Yeah, that was a nice pack. It would have been cool if that was the last one. Kind of a little mic drop. But we got one more collector booster pack to open. And then and we'll do some set and draft boosters. We got about 25 minutes left. So we'll do what we do there. All right. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. I knew it was unfortunate that we opened the Lost Legends card in our test box. Because it would have been cool to open up on camera, even though it was just a Raging Bull. The nice thing about it is it replaces a common, so whatever you get there, it's all gravy. There's that island. And there's that island. Urg. Spawn of Turg. Yep. This again. Special stained glass foiling. What's the difference between a normal and a draft booster? So there are three main booster types. There's a collector booster, which is what I'm opening now. There's a draft booster, which is built, it is what you might be thinking of as a normal booster, because traditionally, Before the advent of set boosters, draft booster were always sold. Draft booster was the only thing. Then we realized some people didn't want the draft booster experience and just wanted to crack the pack, and we wanted to make the cracking part more exciting. Hence, set boosters, which give you a little bit more and aren't constrained by the needs of draft. That's a nice riff. So there are set boosters and draft boosters, or what you might think of as normal boosters. We're going to open them up and we'll look at the differences now. We'll do it right now. So you know what, as an education piece, we'll open up a draft booster and a set booster, one right after the other, so that we can talk about the differences. Because that sounds like fun. All right, set these over here. There are Jumpstart boosters too. Jumpstart boosters are new and replace theme boosters in our lineup because, quite frankly, Jumpstart boosters are just way more fun. They still have a theme to them, much like theme boosters, but they're meant to be playable, essentially, right out of the pack. Should open this up too. When shuffled with another Jumpstart booster. So definitely superior in that theme boosters were never really meant to be played, and Jumpstart boosters are. And Jumpstart boosters are a really cool way to get into it. Okay, so you head to a store, and you're like, which booster should I buy? Draft boosters, they have this packaging. I mean, your local store will know. They should, anyway. But if you need to see, draft boosters look like this. Heroes, Hope. Set boosters, Liliana, Ajani. You'll also see on the set booster one, it'll say guaranteed foil and art card. That is one of the differences between draft boosters and set boosters. Again, you open these up and you are going to get a box topper. Now, we already opened a box topper, so I'm not going to open those now so that we can look at the differences between the two. But nope, box topper. No matter what type of box you get a box topper. All right, and then, so set booster, draft booster. Set these aside for a second. All right. That is a pretty good description. Set boosters do give you more rares, chances at more, a variety of cards. They always come with different treatments, so you always get the special treatment. You don't always get the special treatment in draft boosters. Draft boosters are what you definitely want if you're actually drafting. That's the name, draft boosters. This is, again, before we started making set boosters, this is what every booster looked like. Set boosters are more a tour of the set, of the kinds of things you can get. Okay, so let's open a draft booster first. Actually, let's open a draft booster second. Because we'll probably do the little what would you first pick game. So, set booster. So, you do get an art card. Art cards are pretty cool. Some number of art cards. I don't remember, in past sets it's been like 1 in 4 or 1 in 5. I don't know what the percentage is for this set, but we'll have a gold signature on them. But this is Sprouting Goblin. You'll get one of those and everything. They're pretty cool. Also great to use for like tokens and stuff. Yeah, exactly. So stained glass land, non-foil. You can get foils, but all right. Then you get some commons. And you get some uncommons. And then you'll get a fancy slot. So this will be some kind of treatment in the set. So in this case, we got Rona in the stained glass treatment. Here's our rare. And then like it says in the box, you will always get a foil card. In this case, we got Runic Shot. Now the other thing set boosters have that draft boosters don't have, and actually collector boosters don't have, is what's called the list. The list is a list of reprints printed with a special little symbol on them in the lower left. Well, here, it'll tell you. What is the list? 1 in 4 set boosters contains a card handpicked from Magic's history. They're not part of the set. Doesn't change their legality. It's more just like, hey, here's a cool card. Sometimes it's a cool card. Sometimes it's a random common that's thematically appropriate, but there's approximately 1 in every 4. So Okay, so here again, the land can be regular basic land or that. And we got some commons, and I was going to compare this to Draft Booster and completely lost my train of thought. So we'll do that next. Uncommons, I'm putting them in the wrong pile. Uncommons, 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 and then we got another Rona. And the rare, and then the foil, and then the token or the list card. Okay, so let's look at what a Draft Booster looks like by comparison. Getting an ad card telling me I could get a list card when I could have just gotten a list card. So a lot of what the ad cards do is they don't always succeed. They try to share information with people who are not super plugged into Magic. We're just like, oh, this looks cool, I'll get this. The idea is it's a way to tell people about things when they aren't checking Twitter all the time or super plugged into our website or anything like that. All right, so we can tell these were made in Japan because they're backwards. So basic land. So foil does not come necessarily in every draft pack. We got one in this one, but you don't always. There's a rare. There are always 3 uncommons, and the rest are commons. So it's similar to a set booster, but it's made to have this specific structure. Notice that there are no different treatments in this one. You can get like the stained glass treatment in here. However, it's not guaranteed like it is in the set booster. Now, if I were drafting this set, Leyline Binding is pretty strong. I also really like Joint Exploration, Tsar, Ojanin. Artillery Blast is probably better than the Shadow Prophecy is actually really good. There's a lot of domain cards in this. Probably taking Leyline Binding, but I wouldn't fault anyone for taking like Tsar. The thing with Leyline Binding is it's a mono white card which keeps you open, but you still need to make sure that you're hitting domain of at least 3 for it to be. It's fine at domain 2 to be really good at 3. Dragon Whelp seems fine. Now let's do another draft. I actually have not drafted this set yet. I've done sealed. I have not drafted this set. Nope, we got the Ajani Sleeper Agent emblem. That's fun. All right, so Plains, Stronghold Arena, pretty strong. Now, see, you're not guaranteed it like you are the set boosters, but you can get the stained glass treatments in here. More uncommons and some commons. So Stronghold Arena looks like a really strong constructed card. I'm unclear if this is the sort of format where it would be good in draft. So it's an option. Tatyova is pretty cool too. At worst, it's a 3/3 for 3. Tallest Lookout's fairly strong. The 2 Knights are both pretty good. Vine Shaper Prodigy, this card's real good. And if you want to go this route, taking the Haunted Mire is a legit option as well. Oh man, Timely Interference. There's some good cards in this pack. Early on, I'd take the rare. This is one I just have to play to actually test out. And you don't really care about the kicker on this one. So yeah, I don't know. The order of the cards in the pack has changed. No, it hasn't. So we have several places that Magic cards are printed. if it's some of our printers in the print the draft boosters where you open it up and the rare is facing you. Otherwise, it'll be the other direction. Yeah. Cards printed in Japanese factories put the rare and foils in front. That is correct. Okay, so let's look at this one. Kobold of Carekeep. Then I need to open some more set boosters to get list cards. All right, Kobold of Carekeep. Great token. Wonderful token. All right. Filer of Instinct. That's got to be an early favorite for taking out of this pack. Nail. Avazoa Aeronaut. Choking Miasma. Territorial Morrow. And then our commons. Lightning Strike's always strong. Stalver Time's great. Again, the lands are great. There's a Defender sub-theme in this. Obviously not taking it yet, but Bite Down, Strong Removal. I can't see any reason not to take a Phyrexian Kavu, a Defiler of Instinct. Card is really strong. The only drawback to taking that in this pack is that it's entirely possible that Lightning Strike is the second best card in this pack. Both of these have reasonable claims to that as well, but Lightning Strike, simple, clear, very strong. It might indicate to the person that you're passing to that you're not in red, or they might think that, even though taking a rare is not a signal. Taking a rare is not a signal. All right. Man, what is a card from Dominaria that you're excited to build around in any format? Let's see. So, not the first one that comes to mind is not to build around it, but just to have it. And I opened one the other day. Is the man? What is the name of it? It's the 2 and a blue rare Manowar human wizard. That either can draw a card or bounce a thing. Set booster. I forgot to click my mind back to set boosters. Commons, okay, uncommons. So really like that card. Oh yeah, there we go. See, now this is what you get in set boosters that you can get it in draft boosters, but there are more slots that can be rare. Like technically this could be rare, this could be rare. These are rare, so you can get up to 4 rares in a pack. It's very rare, but you can. Oh yeah, I do. I really like the Merfolk Lord. I will probably end up integrating that into my various Merfolk decks. The Legends cards are spread out into other languages, but of course they are only in English themselves. Commons, 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 uncommons, 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 fancy slot, rare, foil. I really want to open a list card. Haven't played since Exodus. Oh, welcome back. I played Exodus. Exodus was a while ago. Glad to see you here. Are any of those cards still allowed in modern tournaments? Exodus cards would only be Legacy and Vintage legal, unless they've been reprinted in another set. They are in Commander, certainly available in Commander. Again, so this land slot at the front of set boosters can be foil, as that shows there. Micromancer is another, like, in Canadian Highlander, I'm wondering if it's worth it to play Hill Giant that goes and gets you Ancestral Recall. I'm considering it. We'll see. 4 mana to go get Ancestral Recall is a lot. 3 mana, on the other hand. Come on, list card. Sometimes we do do language-specific things in collector boosters. But I don't believe this is one of them. All right. Dun, dun, dun. I'm so happy Impulse is back. Exodus guy, Impulse is back. If you have any Impulses from Visions back in the day, Impulse is back. Exodus specifically, don't remember. Caves of Koilos, nice. I mean, if you like Exodus, Airtie's back. It's changed a little bit. Airtie looks a little different. I wouldn't call it a glow up, for sure, but Airtie's back. Yes, the Defiler Cycle effect only does one color cost. You can only pay, yeah, so here, let's look at the, just had that. So, Defiler of Instinct. I'll even hold it up here. As an additional cost to cast red permanent spells, you may pay 2 life. So notice it just says you can only pay 2 life. You may pay 2 life. That is the thing you can do. If you pay 2 life, those spells cost cost red less to cast if you paid the life this way. So yes, you can only pay 2 life once. We're all kind of used to Phyrexian mana, and so the instinct is, oh, does it just make all your red mana Phyrexian mana? It doesn't do that. That would be very busted. It does exactly 1 payment. There were things added to the list. We changed the list a little bit every set. I don't have those off the top of my head, but if you go to dailymtg.com, that will have updates to the list in it. Here's a list card. Whisper Steel Dagger. So this is how you can tell. One, it will replace a token. And then 2, down in the little corner right here, you'll see a little Planeswalker symbol. That's how you can tell it from its original printing. So cards on the list are printed exactly as they were in their original print, or not necessarily original printing, but whatever printing we use. Including a set symbol, all the information down at the bottom. See, this says 2020 on it. The difference is the little Planeswalker symbol there lets you know it's from the list. All right. Yeah, we've definitely heard the feedback that people enjoyed how the new Capenna list was structured. I don't know if anything's going anywhere with that, but certainly we've heard that feedback. All right, we have 8 minutes left. Chat, what would you like to see me open for 8 minutes? I got set boosters, I got draft boosters, and I got collector boosters. Pick your poison. Most of Ice Age, Mirage, and Tempest blocks. Oh, speaking my language here, I'm actually starting to collect Ice Age. So we got collectors, set, collectors, collector. All right, collector. Collector, we'll open collector boosters for approximately 7 minutes. Let's see what we can get through. All right, box topper, we'll put that up there. Box toppers are cool, but we all know what's coming. All right. You just want to see if I open a Legends card. Odds are not great, but Ornithopter token. Pretty cool. Soldier. Ornithopter token. All right. Common, 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 uncommon, uncommon. Swamp. Shana Purifying Blade. This is a card I really like. If I didn't have like 5 Bant commander decks already, I would build around this one. Braids Arisen Nightmare. Leaf Crown Visionary, going straight into my Mono Green Elves deck. We got the Queen. We got some Torwalkie. I love Torwalkie. Torwalkie inexplicably was one of my favorite cards when I was younger. The original Torwalkie. Of course, the version I had was from Chronicles, and to meet a Primeval Warden. Adam Staborski's going to want that. I'm going to set that aside for Adam Staborski. Let's see. All right. Da, da, da. Common, 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 common. No Legends card. We're trying to like speed run to a Legends card in the last couple minutes. Probably not going to happen, but Wouldn't it be exciting if it did? Again, here's the special foiling, special stained glass foiling. Foil the World Spell. Ape Shaman. Urg, Spawn of Turg. Here's the Pietro. Ever-changing Dane. What is on the schedule for next week's Weekly MTG? Sure, let's talk about, oh man, Academy Lore Master. Might have to go into my Wizards deck. So next week, think we're not going to have a show. So we were just talking about this before the show. Next week, we have to actually take off the week to tape something else. So it's not like you won't see content from next week, it just won't be on next week. And let's talk about the schedule coming up after that, because Weekly MTG will not be on Thursday for the 2 weeks after that. So the 2 weeks after that, in September, we are coming up on both Warhammer and Infinity previews. And so Weekly MTG will air on Monday, for Monday the 12th, yes, to help kick off Warhammer previews. And then the following week, it will air on Tuesday the 20th to help kick off Infinity previews. And if you had one guess, you would know exactly who's on the Infinity show as my guest, because it's Mark Rosewater. Hello, Island. Yeah, we're entering new territory with the Infinity and Warhammer sets releasing on the same day, so previews into previews. It's a good time if you like space. Infinity's set in space, Warhammer's set in space, lots of cards set in space. Oh, there we go. Phyrexian Shieldred. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Non-foil, but Phyrexian writing. Could we, in theory, open a Legends card in a pre-release kit? No, you cannot. The Legends cards are only in collector boosters, and yes, they're in the common section of the collector booster. Bird. Bird. Bird token. I like that. I dig it. All right, Phyrexian Wars. That would have been a nice card to end with. We got 3 minutes left. Who said we're ending? All right. Yes, so the Legends card would have been in those commons. Uncommon. Swamp. Can Phyrexian versions be textured? They can be in tradition. I'm going to say this, and I'm not 100% sure. I believe no. But I could be wrong about that. I believe they come in regular foil for sure. It's all the space stuff. You gonna keep up with the NASA launch this weekend? I love some space. There's a time in my life I thought I was gonna be an astronaut. And then I realized I didn't really like to fly. So then I switched to maybe I'm going to be an astronomer. And then I went into journalism. So, you know, natural career progression there. I like where I'm at. I like where I'm at quite a bit. That one's cool. Box toppers are of the Legends Retold cards, so these kind of cards. That's why I'm not opening. We're seeing a lot of the Legends Retold cards in the collector boosters. Oh, nice. Leaf Ground Visionary. All right, 329, last pack. So, yeah, Weekly MTG is going to be off next week. After that, tune in on the 12th. There will actually be a video ahead of Weekly MTG. Sapling token that we haven't seen yet. All about the Warhammer collaboration, and then we'll launch into previews that week. And the following week, Unfinity. And we'll kick off Unfinity on Tuesday the 20th. Right here on Weekly MTG. Ooh, Foil Archangel of Wrath. Nice. Mana Cannons. Now, we're going to see you at another LRR pre-release sometime. Pre-release sometime. I think I'm like perma-banned from those, like, or maybe not like soft banned, just because when I play, it takes so long, and I'm not a slow player, but I just play decks that don't win fast, and the Panharmonicon pre-release was epic and epically long, and everyone was exhausted by the end of it. So I would love to, I'm sure, but I think they have a little soft, like, just no, Blake's not coming. There are more exciting people than me to put on that show. So thank you for tuning in. We are off next week, as I said, but after that, we've got two big shows with the Warhammer debut show as well as the Unfinity show coming after that. So definitely tune into that. We are also doing a lot of prep work behind the scenes for Magic 30 happening at the end of October. So be sure to check out the information on that. Like I said, there's not many tickets left. There are some tickets left. There are always virtual tickets left, which get you into a lot of the panels. There will be some cool stuff we'll be showing off at those as well that we'll talk more about soon. But otherwise, thank you for tuning in this week and hanging out while we open some packs, and we'll see you next week.